first game of a 5-match ODI series between Sri Lanka and South Africa. It's a day game today, 10 AM here in Dambulla. South Africa, Faf du Plessis once again calling wrong, and hence Angelo Matthews, who's back as captain. But from a starting point for these two teams, it's about getting a couple of wins under your belt. Get your confidence up, and then you can start working your way or experimenting and try and take the team in whichever direction you want it to go. Good morning, Kepler Vessels.
Morning, Russell. Important for South Africa to start off well in this one-day series. They had a tough time during the 2 test matches. They've got some new players involved, so there won't be any scarring as far as that's concerned. But Sri Lanka won the toss, decided to bat first on a windy day. Upul Taranga, average of 34, 1600s for him, so that's a good one-day international record, 6,780 runs, so an experienced opening batsman at the top of the order.
Yeah, they've used him all over the place, but this is his spot. This is where he gets those big hundreds. And when you have someone who can do that for you, he will be holding your innings together. Niroshan Dickwella, batting at 6 and 7 in the test matches. He's back at his pet position. South African fans would have seen Niroshan Dickwella early in 2017, especially in the 2020 series, where he loves to go down and play that lap sweep against the quicker bowlers too.
Yeah, he's an attacking player, so Kagiso Rabada will start proceedings for South Africa. He had a very good test match in Gaul, the first one on a flat pitch, where he got 7 wickets in the game. He's a really important player from a South African perspective now. 49 matches for him already, and he's still pretty young. Best of 6 for 16.
Play it is umpire Ruchirapalli Gurugai. Oh, he's chipped that on the onside. The first wicket. Niroshan Dickwella goes.
Sort of delivery that you hope you get early on in a one-day international. He just scooped that up. Didn't time it at all. It swung into him a little bit, but really should have put that one away for 4. So fortunately, Tabraiz Shamsi manages to hang on at mid-on.
Disappointed, walks back, scoring 2. Sri Lanka 1 wicket down for 2. Oh, lovely. Upul Taranga, when he hits it, it always looks good. First boundary of the game. Oh, they've gone up. They're all confident and given. Mendes doesn't review, he walks. So that's a big blow for Sri Lanka.
It's a strange one. South African fielders and Kagiso Rabada, they were convinced. It's a little bit of a delayed response from the umpire, but a good delivery swinging away. Wasn't full enough to drive, too wide to play at as well, but comfortably through to Quinton de Kock.
Yes, there was a noise. Mendes gone for 3. 11 for 2. Could be tight. If he hits, he does.
Yeah, thank you. You can load on the big screen out.
Another blow for Sri Lanka. Upul Taranga is out. Brilliant from JP Dumin. He attacked that ball and probably had only just the one stump to aim at.
So disappointment for Taranga, goes for 10. Sri Lanka in trouble, 22 for 3.
That got big. Oh, Quinton de Kock in all sorts. It's gone away for 4. That'll hurt even more. It's wides as well.
Delivery was a cross-seam delivery. Suddenly just bounced more than Quinton de Kock thought. He never looked like loving that. In fact, hit him on the arm.
Doesn't run. He knows this ground. He knows the conditions. He knows that will run away.
Come on, there's another. 4 down. Kitty gets his first. Another one down, another one fishing outside off stump. And it's catching practice in that cordon for South Africa. Shot. Finally something to cheer about. It goes for 4. There's another. Oh yes, that's sweet. Top shot. Oh yes. Oh, that's a top shot. Short and just put away with disdain. 4 runs to Tabraiz Pereira.
That's hammered square of the wicket to bring another boundary. So it's been 2 expensive overs for South Africa. That one cost them 12.
Quick single here. Oh, direct hit would have been tight. That would have been tight, I'll tell you.
JP Duminy again, he got a very good run out earlier on.
100 is up. And this is only the 16th over, so it's a good run rate.
And a very good recovery. Earlier on, Sri Lanka looked down and out, lost those early wickets, but this partnership is getting them back into the contest.
Has a healthy edge, and it will run away to the boundary. 11 of the over. It's 108 for 5.
Late cut and well executed.
Over extra cover. Don't bowl there to Kusal Pereira. That's his bread and butter. Anything in that area, he'll go over the top. Shot delivery, easily put away. That's a boundary. Now this pace is too gentle to bowl that length. Again this time. That's another boundary. That's powerfully punched. Asking for a caught behind, he's gone. He's gone for 49. That's the wicket South Africa wanted. That's a huge blow.
Tabraiz Pereira gone for 49 off just 30 deliveries. Sri Lanka 128 for 6.
That's the drift we're talking about. Just taking it down the leg side. Very well done by Kusal Pereira. Using the drift and sweeping it fine. That's his 50. An important innings for Kusal Pereira. His 10th 50. Don't forget he's got 300s as well. So important from a Sri Lankan point of view that this man continues to blossom, at least in the white ball format.
That's cleaned him up. Didn't need to do that, Akila Dhananjaya.
He's just dragged it on.
Chance of catch again. But no, it's in the gap again. It's beautiful batting this from Kusal Pereira. Gone! Good catch taken by David Miller. And it's the sit man who departs. Have gone up. And yes, the finger's gone up as well. Lakmal is gone and Rabada gets a 4th.
And there it is, end of Sri Lanka's innings. Wicket number 4 for Tabraiz Shamsi. So a really good performance. South Africa started really well, then they lost their composure, fraction in the middle, but they finished off pretty strongly too. So it's taken them just 34.3 overs to bowl Sri Lanka out after Sri Lanka won the toss this morning and decided to bat first. That was the last wicket to fall, the easiest of stumpings for Quinton de Kock. And the end of a very good performance from Tabraiz Shamsi.
Interesting, Sri Lanka are going to start with the off-spin. A very impressive record, Hashim Amla, averaging over 50. Strike rate just under 90. Look at all those hundreds and 50s. Starting with Dhananjay, Sri Lanka, no seam bowler. We're going to see if they can continue the trend that happened in the Test series, whether with the new ball in their hand they can put the Sri Lankan, South African batsmen, should I say, under pressure.
You know, surprises that the Sri Lankans have opted to go with spin. Dhananjay it is, with a short leg and a slip in. Such a critical phase in the South African reply. 27 minutes, Sean. They'll want to get through it without any losses.
And I think the thinking will be more along the lines of this man in picture now, Quinton de Kock, and how they want to try and bowl as much spin to him. Strike rate of 94, average over 45. Wonderful conversion rate. 1550s, 1500s. And really has been a dominant force for South Africa at the top of the order.
It's tossed up a bit more, driven through extra cover. His outfield is quick. I think they'll easily come back for 3. Well, it's gone through. That will run away to the boundary. On the pads. Becomes easy picking. Zupul Taranga, the fielder.
That's nicely played. Getting down, playing a little paddle lap. And it works its way past the short 45.
Oh, another very good punch indeed. Hashim Amla. Done him. Always. He can be so lethal. Hashim Amla.
And that's the wrong googly. I don't think Hashim Amla picked it. And that could be close. In fact, it's not close. He's on his way. Same delivery. Markham looking for it to turn away. It doesn't. It traps him in front. And Sri Lanka are beginning to bowl themselves back into this match.
Another wrong one. Markram's feet going nowhere and striking him rather low. The Sri Lanka getting wickets of consecutive balls. South Africa in just a slight setback. 31 for 2. Driven away on the offside. Starts the over with a boundary.
Oh, powered through the offside. How quickly did that get to the boundary? Got that away nicely. Brings up the 50 for South Africa. In front of square. Hits it even better. 1 bounce for 4.
And that's beautifully played by Faf du Plessis, given a little bit of air. We saw in the last over, he gave some air and was driven through the covers. This one he gives air, and du Plessis is not scared to go airborne. This time he uses his feet, doesn't decide to keep it on the ground, just pops it over the top. So an expensive over for Sandikant, 100 for South Africa, 100 for 2.
And this is sliced in there. Someone, oh, Suranga Lakmal. That could have very easily bubbled out of his hand because there were 2 fielders getting underneath it. In the end, it was Lakmal who held on to it. Sri Lanka getting the wicket they wanted.
Indeed they are. One that Quinton de Kock cuts across, pops up in the air. And there was 2 men converging on this. Lakmal did very well to recover. It would have been yes, man, and it pops up in the air. Him and Mendes Hillard, but eventually Dhananjay gets his 3rd. Is that a lifeline for Sri Lanka? We'll have to wait and see. Quinton de Kock played nicely for his 47, 117 for 3. Time for drinks.
Oh, no one there. All the way. Pick the off break from outside, off stump. Well, I think this is a better way to play. Just hit him.
have gone up. They've gone up. Celebration galore. And he's wondering, Faf du Plessis, what he was doing, asking himself the question. Freebie, and he gleefully accepts. David Miller, just a little punch into the vacant mid-wicket area before. Picked it and put it away. 6 runs. Fabulous batting. Brings up 150 as well. Oh, yes. Oh, that's a shot and a half. Just the timing on that. 4 runs. It's 166 for 4. He's decided and committed in this innings. He's up to 38 now.
Go square. And that is thumped. That's another boundary. South Africa on a roll here. Now with a bit of extra pace, he'll always enjoy the ball coming onto the bat. On the pad, and that's given. Nigel Long thinks that's out, and he's gone upstairs.
He's very disappointed there, David Miller. He has been going across.
Thanks, Nigel. Yes, we've got a review for LBW. Original decision is out. We'll go to the front foot first, please. Okay, we'll go to Ultra Edge when ready. Just rock and rolling that. Yeah, it doesn't look like any bat involved to keep going. Yep, as it hits the boot. Impact is umpire's call. Hitting the wickets.
That's the thing. So I didn't pitch it. Hit him
Back
straight
to
on the
Nigel
full.
on
So
ground.
that's why that's gone that way.
Impact umpire's call. Straight away, what a confident shot that is. What a way to get off the mark. Dismisses it from his presence.
Well, that'll make him feel a lot better. Jan Mulder had his issues with the ball today, but if he can play well, get a knot out at the end, that'll help him. Good way to start his innings, open his account with a confident drive. Nicely played through the leg side, very well balanced. That's going to run away to the boundary, so that's an excellent on drive. Just 8 required now of 122 deliveries. So comprehensive, this one from South Africa. Good for them as well, because they had their issues in the test matches. So a win in this first one-day international will do their confidence a world of good.
Yeah, no doubt indeed. And that's his 50, and also could be the winning runs. And that finishes off for South Africa. They've got to the 194, 96 for 5 in just 31 overs. Sri Lanka batted for 34 point something, say 35th over. And now South Africa getting there at the end of 31 overs. And a highly satisfying win for South Africa, and a very good start for them in the ODI series.
Very good start for JP Duminy. This one-day leg of this tour. Batted better than I've seen him bat for quite some time. His timing was superb. He looked composed, played the sweep shot particularly well, scored runs all around the wicket. So he'll be very satisfied and happy with his performance. Better from Mulder as well with the bat. He struggled with the ball, but quite composed towards the latter part of this innings. But Sri Lanka, not a good performance. They won the toss this morning. They batted first, they lost those early wickets, and then from that point onwards they were never really in the game. And this is how it all ended. JP Duminy off the back foot through the covers, picking up a boundary and picking up a well-deserved half-century.
A very good performance by South Africa. Well, they started the one-day series on a winning note. They managed to put that defeat in the test series behind them.